Hi friends! Today we're diving into NATASHA DENONA's mini love story collection again, but I thought today we'll combine it with the different cheek palettes that had previously been released, maybe combine the mini love palette with the original mini size love palette. Oh, here she goes again with the NATASHA Denona
Do you guys
content.
hear anything?
Dying to get on her PR list. That's the only reason why she's doing it. I think I do, but I can't seem to make it out. I don't know why it's something in my ear, but I guess, not important. Happy to report, however, that NATASHA Denona Beauty does know who I am. They were really nice to send me PR, but this is just what I feel like doing regardless of whether I want to suck up to her or not, so... I already have my first impressions video up. I will link it up above and down below so you could take a look. There you'll find the swatches and some product info, whereas in this video we're diving directly into the products, get to trying them on, and just give them another round of fun. Before we roll in, however, why don't we get this foundation on? That's better. And coming in a little closer. That's enough. Rolling into her original Love Glow cheek palette, where this has the glow base, and I was experimenting last night, and man oh man, this color is just beautiful. It's not as pigmented as the cream blush shade in her new what is this called? Her Love Cheek Duo, but I really love to apply this first to set up a nice sticky base for the powder highlighters. You could go in with the sponge, fingers, whichever. I'm going in with my Koiro Makiko brush. This is a synthetic brush, but it's really soft. I'm punching that all over the cheek. And I have my light on, not so I could, psych you out, but it's more so you could catch that glow better with a little bit of artificial light and, of course, see the color from the natural light. So that's how the cream glow base looks on its own. And I really love this shade. I think it's a really nice tint if you're not looking to use anything super pigmented like the color that exists in the Love Cheek Duo. But what we're gonna do though is take the Love Duo shade, same brush, more so on the apples of the cheeks. And I think this is such a beautiful combination. Of course, this cream product doesn't have the same radiant finish like the glow cream base does from the original Love Cheek palette. I love this color though. You could go crazy if you're into blush, okay? You could sweep it lightly across the nose so it could look really cohesive. You could create blush brackets around the brow just lightly here. And I wore this for 8 hours on the day I believe I filmed my video, and it stayed on. Right now I have the Shiseido, both the self-refreshing and the radiant lifting maple and oak together, and this is the texture that we're looking at. I think it's fairly smooth. I did not set my foundation because I really wanted these cream products to apply smoothly and appear like skin, but both of these cream products together, astounding. Being a little more aggressive today with the Glow Impact powder, as I will be using my Esom X52 brush. It's a goat hair brush, but it's not as soft as my other Tuckahoe goat hair brushes, which I want because this is gonna pick up a lot more product. I'm striking it on top of everything I just applied. And I don't know if you can see, I'm moving the light here just so you can maybe catch a little bit of glow, but it's growing on me. I think when I applied this yesterday, I was filming in front of cloudy skies and I couldn't really see like that. This is a phenomenal powder. I love the duochrome shift it has, and you could be really generous with it and it not look overly done. And it doesn't have a lot of glitter. Well, in fact, NATASHA Denona does not use glitter in any of her products. She'll use pearl, she'll use crushed crystal, but never glitter. So know that you won't have that glitter texture or feel on the skin. But isn't that just beautiful? We wanted to hop back into the original Love Glow. We could take a little bit of the Glow Impact powder from here and apply it lower on the cheek. Right there. Very nice. This has a little more pink. So if you wanted that to be more on the center of the cheeks, and this is what we're looking at. Know if you have texture on your face, As much as the Glow Impact formula touts its smoothing and retexturizing properties, I think if you have texture, embrace it. It's okay. Like, I have texture here on my cheeks, but I love the product so much that I really don't care. If you have the I Need a Nude Glow, taking my Surratt eyeshadow brush and just hitting the very center of the Glow Impact powder from the Love Cheek Duo. Just right here. Just to turn up the shine a little bit. Hey. And you have the Super Glow here. You know, this was a little tricky to work with, but I think what we'll do, maybe use a softer brush. I'm going in with the Beautylish Lunar New Year Ox brush. Hear me out, fam. Just let's see. Picking up a little bit. Maybe if we tap off the excess and just whip it lightly. And since this is a squirrel brush, it's not going to pick up as much and be really soft with the blend. I'm not mad at that at all. We're just piling it on, fam. Ooh, my cheeks are glowing. If you really wanted to go crazy, you could take the Bounce Cream Glow from the bronze palette, put that on the apples of the cheeks. I know a lot of people didn't like this palette. I love this cheek palette. It's one of my favorites. It's just so subtle and the colors are beautiful. And I feel if you have this and you mix it with not only the Love Glow palette, but the Love Mini Cheek, please. You're just giving everything a nice whisk around. And you could also use setting spray to smooth the powders out because I did apply quite a mini powder. And the more I use NATASHA DENONA cheek products, the more I understand her vision and why she formulates the way she does, because you could layer however many product you want and the glow is just going to be enhanced without the texture and just without it looking artificially glittery. And of course, yes, be careful with how much you apply, with what tool you'll use, but if you have a lot of these palettes, I definitely encourage you to experiment and just see how much you can get away with, because if you get away with a lot and it look beautiful, then now you know. All right, here we have the Mini Love in with the midi size Love palette. I think these go beautifully together, and I was trying to figure out a different combination because I feel myself combining a number of colors last night, and I want to save that for the monthly faves. Yes, this is going to be in the monthly faves, fam. Big surprise. I wanted to start out with R because this is my favorite color out of the entire palette. The fact that it's a lilac but it leans warm is just beautiful, and the color itself, I think, full bodied, has nice depth, and just a great setup for a number of the mattes that exist in the Love palette. That said, going with Heartbeat and placing that on the outer and inner portions of the lid. Now be careful because we have a lot of reds and purples. It could look bruisey real fast, so just keep in mind of the colors you combine. But again, I mean, is it all that bad? Your eyes look a little bruisey, and this is not poking fun at domestic abuse. Please do not misconstrue my words. I'm just saying it's okay if it turns out not the way you want, because that's how trial and error goes, and maybe in fact you might like it. You never know until you try. That was my Koyudo, I believe, brush number 4. Going in with my Hakuhodo J146, tapping that aubergine matte now on the very outer part of the lid, whipping it in there, taking more of R on the very top of Heartbeat to give it a little more haze. Moving in with Passion, applying that with my finger on the center of the lid. But now I want to take You from the Mini Love and just lightly tap that on top of Passion. Add a little more light and dimension there. True with my Smith 256, now on the inner part of the eye. Dream with my Isum W21 on the inner part of the lower lash line. I think this shade gave a lot of people trouble. I understand its finickiness. Dream and Commitment are both the cream to mattes in here. But when you can use it as like an accent shade and take the time to build up the color, I think it's all right. My from Mini Love, now with my J1 46 under the lash line here, connecting what we have on top. Second eye, what should we do? Maybe we can combine more of the reds with the pink metallic that exists here in the mini love. Taking Soul, just whip it around in the crease. Taking a little bit of Valentine just to roll on the edges of Soul to give it a little bit more of a transition and haze. Now with Trust from Love, I'm tapping that on the outer part of the lid. If anything, I much prefer how the Aubergine matte performs from the mini love. Trust, as you see, is a little tricky and perhaps a shade I wouldn't rely on for depth. I think the shade you have to rely on for some depth in love is Commitment, which I'm going in lightly with right over Trust. There we go. I know I kind of sabotaged myself, but you see there's a little more purple here. There's a little more pinky red. I'll keep it like that. I'll keep it like that because you know what? I'll go in with Love over my lid, but I'll place it over Commitment and Trust as well, so it could just overlap a tiny bit more. So I don't want to bring in that color in tight through the crease. I want the majority of the matte to be from Soul, that first one we applied. I'm actually going in with a little more so we could help translate that better. I think what will salvage the look is to commit to a pinky shade for the lower lash line. And with that, going in with Intense in the lower part of the eye. I did not set my concealer, so any kickback will definitely show, which is not a problem. Took a little bit of my Shiseido concealer and I'm cleaning up around and under that shadow application. Taking Love from Mini Love and draping that over the Intense shade and bringing it down a lot because I appreciate this metallic texture that you can apply it on your lid, lower lash line, or blend it through your crease and it looks beautifully smooth. Now with Transparent, I'm placing that on the inner part of the eye. Has a beautiful glow to it. And now on the inner part of the lower lash line with Lifetime, I'm draping that from a little bit of the Transparent shade through the Love shade from Mini Love. And taking Commitment with the Isam V09 brush, creating really tight, tiny brackets here on the outer part of the lower lash line as well as the upper lash line. I don't want to take it up too high. I'm just placing it there to get a little bit more contrast. Koyudo brush, just whipping everything together. And why not? I always forget to do this, but from Mini Love, Smith 256 on the brow bone. Not bad at all. All right, let's get these lashes on. Better. And of course, going in with Amorosa, which I quickly fell in love with soon after I watched the footage. I was like, this is a good color. It's mauve-y, but it doesn't look overly pink or purple. It's like, it's a good color. Dare I say, it might be my favorite color out of all of my NATASHA DENONA I Need a Nude shades that I own. And I could imagine beautiful with combining with the ones I think Maria and the ones that released with the I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. We'll get to those experimentations eventually, but let me grab my liner. Hold on. This is her I Need a Nude liner in Noah. And I have to get another shade just as a little deeper so I can get a nice lip frame. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're done. And that is the finished look, fam. Hopefully this tutorial helped you or inspired you to use more of your NATASHA DENONA cheek palettes. I really do love the Mini Love collection. I think all pieces are solid and the colors I feel are just so inspiring to use, and the pinks and the purples, although we've seen them time and time again, if you love this color palette you will very much enjoy this collection. And I think my most favorite piece is the Love Cheek Duo. I mean, the cream blush shade is magnificent in terms of the texture, in terms of the wear and the shade. I would love to see another color, maybe a little more rich, maybe a wine or something, just so we could get a little bit of warmth, as I do feel this cream blush, although beautiful, leans a little cool, and depending on your undertone and shade will determine if that's going to look ashy or not. Many of you are still using Bloom, which I think is one of Natasha's most pigmented green blushes that she had released yet, and to get another shade like the one that exists in Bloom will be phenomenal in the new Cheek Duo format. The size of the compact, not new, but the presentation of both a cream product and a gel, or rather glow impact powder, is very much new. I would love to see more shade combinations. As far as my cheeks, friends, I mean, look at them. Look at them. And combining the mini Love palette with the midi size Love was a blast. I love the Love palette. I know many people didn't, and I get some of the shades are finicky, but I work with them because the end result is worth it. So with that said, let me know if you're picking up any of the Love collection, or if you did during that 48-hour flash sale period that happened on NATASHADENONA.com. I'll have all links down below, and always appreciative when you use my affiliate links. Thank you so much for your consideration and for using them as well. And until then, fam, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you in here again with another review tutorial, Natasha Denona extravaganza, monthly favorites, or nightly live chit chat. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.